What's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel, Just Des TV. Thank you guys for stopping by. As y'all already know, when I'm in this room like this, y'all already know where I'm at. Child, I'm at work. Not doing work. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm at work though, but I am doing work. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's get right back to the video. As y'all can see from the thumbnail, this video is going to be about, child, a lot of people. We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of moving pieces, child. We got Scottie and Lemon Pepper and his new side chick, Sarah. We got Summer and some petition that they got going on for her little punk butt. We got Anna and Stunna Girl beef. We're gonna talk about some stuff about that. We're gonna even talk about, I don't know, I did a review for the show last night. I'm gonna talk about that over there. But then we're gonna just touch on some things that I feel like needed to be broken down. We got Teseki up in the mix. We also got Tommy and Natalie's beef. We got Diamond and Natalie's beef. And then we got Amber Rose. I keep saying Ruby Rose, but her name is Amber Rose. Amber Rose, I don't know if this girl's her niece or her cousin or something. I can't remember what this girl is to her, but we're going to talk about that as well, child. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. Y'all already know what to do. Like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch all the way to the end. I got some videos, as always. You know I'm back in full effect. Whatchamacallit came back, Baddies came back, and I feel like I want to watch this season because yesterday it was very good. After y'all finish this, go over to my other video and make sure y'all watch the review. It's probably coming out on Tuesday or Wednesday, child. Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyway, let's get started. So we're going to first start off with Summer. So somebody started a petition to get Summer kicked off the show because of that little atrocious statement that she made about Emmett Till. A lot of people don't know what happened to Emmett Till. I understand that. A lot of the younger generation who watch Baddies, even her generation, I think she's like 29, so she should know better. But a lot of people who watch Baddies, they don't know what happened to Emmett Till. Anyway, during the fight with the big three, when Diamond was so stupid enough to invite them to a club thinking that they was gonna squash stuff and unite and become allies as opposed to becoming enemies and fight against the chinny-in Natalie Nunn, as Diamond said. She thought it was a smart idea to call the big three to have a sit down with Ivory and Pretty P and herself. That was dumb. Anyway, with that, once they got there to the sit down, all heck broke loose, child. It was wigs flying, lumps and bumps and bruises and all kind of stuff, child. It was a mess. Anyway, the moment that the big three walked in, Dolly ran straight for Ivory because she wanted her lick back from the reunion. But they got into it. Then Diamond and Summer got into it, child. And then Pretty P tried to jump in, but Lex was like, girl, what the heck? What you think you doing? No show, no go, child. She stopped her in her tracks, which I think Lex should have did more, but we're going to talk about that over in my review video, child. We ain't going to go into that here. With that being said, after the fight, everybody was lumped up, bumped up. Summer started yelling at Ivory, talking about she looked like Emmett Till. I'm gonna play the clip. Y'all gonna hear it, and then we're gonna come back and discuss a little bit more. Here we go.
Face look like Emmett Till. Go read.
All right, so now that y'all seen that and y'all seen that she said that atrocious little statement, let me give y'all a little background history on Emmett Till. Emmett Till was a 13-year-old kid who was from the East. He went to the South to go stay with the family because his mother was having a little bit of trouble with him. So she sent him to his sister's house. Like back in the day, that's what they all did, Kids is giving a little issue. We're going to go over to Arnie's house. We're going to stay a little bit, and then we're going to come back reformed. That's what happened with him. He went to the store with his cousin. Long and behold, they encountered this white lady. The white lady, I can't remember her name. I should have looked up her name. Jesus. Anyway, they encountered her. She then lied to her husband and her brother and told them that Emmett whistled at her, and it was back in the day where it was racism was still, the ism it was back in the day, and back in the day, the ism was still prevalent, really prevalent, right? At the end of the day, her husband and her brother went to where Emmett Till was staying, accosted him. His family, they didn't want to give him up, but they kind of like forced them to give him up, and they took him to some barn, brutally beat him, pumed him, and then dumped him in a lake. A couple of days later, I think it was 6 days later, they found his body. Gave him back to his mother. She had a funeral. He was lumped up, and like he was unrecognizable to the point where he had to have a closed casket. They suggested she had a closed casket, but she ended up having an open casket. That's the story. Very, very terrible history, and I don't think that she should have referenced Irie looking like X, Y, and Z to this kid, that she shouldn't have brought it up. She kind of like issued this bullcrap apology. Nobody's buying it. You're too old to not understand the significance of that statement that you made, right? You wanted to check. So they started a petition. A lot of people signed the petition, and ultimately I think Lemon Pepper decided to ask her from the show. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all feel like she should get asked for making that statement about Emmett Till. I think she should. I think she needs to take a rest and sit down and think about her comments, because sometimes, me and someone got a love and hate relationship. Sometimes we on, sometimes we off, child. Most of the time we off, because she be saying off the wall stuff. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on to our next story. Don't forget to drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that situation. So let's move on. So we're going to talk about something light, not too heavy. We're going to talk about Tommy and Natalie. So Tommy and Natalie got online. They going back and forth over some glasses that Tommy wore and Natalie eventually ended up wearing. It didn't look good on Natalie. She couldn't really wear them. They didn't look good on her. And Tommy got wind of it. Tommy dropped this video. I'm going to put it here.
Don't like me. Just as soon as you about to press that remember, I don't like this girl. Why is the fuck I'm calling her? I don't like this. You don't like me. Just keep in mind. Hey, before I get ready to answer something about it, I don't like her. You don't like me. Why in the fuck do you keep contacting me?
And then once she dropped that video, I'm gonna play it actually. Once she dropped that video, she letting them know, like, y'all don't like me, y'all don't like anything about me, y'all not been liking me, I'm here, basically she did to make a check. What she doing, they making money, they moving on, it is what it is, don't contact her. That's what she here to let them know, because y'all already know, her and Tommy and Rolly got into it because Rolly is Natalie's henchman. She's pretty much got into a beef with Tommy because Tommy was beefing with Natalie, which I feel like she just did that to stay more relevant. And y'all also know that back in Africa, Tommy and Rolly ended up getting a beef settling a beef because Tommy bought a Pum last season and, bust her in a boob. But yeah, so I feel like it's a corny beef. But Tommy is like, Natalie's stealing her style. Every time she come there, she thinks she's cute. She trying to, steal her style. But then Natalie has gotten accused of stealing styles before, Stunna Girl style, other people's style, because Natalie is a chameleon. She gonna blow with the wind. They say she's stealing some of her personality, like all kind of stuff. When she initially came to us on TV, on Bad Girls Club, she was a valley girl, and now she sounds like a gangster child. That's what it is. I don't know. I don't like when she used that voice, but I'm a roll with it. Anyway, so she's saying that she don't have a style. She's stealing her image. She want to be like her, and I agree. But that's neither here nor there. That is, it's just all, it's all for the birds. But that's their beef. And then let's move on to Natalie and Diamond's beef. So again, Natalie and Diamond had beef. I'm gonna play the video what Diamond said.
Because we gotta go against the boss plus her chinians, all right?
All right, so y'all heard what Diamond said. She ain't got time. She was trying to, she kind of like set up a meetup, like I said earlier in the video, so that people could come band with her against Natalie and her chinians, which is a bunch of them. It's a few of them this season. Everybody trying to, protect the CEO, EP, whatever you want to call her. And Diamond is trying to combat that. Diamond won Natalie's spot, so she's going to do what she want to do. And Diamond, just like Tommy, is good for TV. Tommy is hilarious. We live to see Tommy on Baddies. I know I do. I don't know about y'all. I know I do. But Diamond makes good for TV. No matter how much I don't like Diamond, Diamond makes good for TV, and people want to see her. Everybody wants to see her, so it is what it is. I mean, I'm here for it. Whatever, they're gonna drag this beef out. I don't really think that this beef is real. I think it's contrived, Diamond and Natalie, because they want ratings and they know what's good for TV, so they're gonna roll with it. That's how I feel. I mean, argue with your mama. That's how I feel. But it is what it is. That's how they be. They know what makes for TV. They know if they get online and they troll enough that people are gonna pay attention. So that's what they're gonna do on the show too. If they troll enough and they drop enough clips, people are gonna pay attention. So it is what it is. They do what they do. They do what they do best. Anyway, let's move on. So there's Ruby Rose is with us. Amber Rose. I keep saying Ruby Rose. I don't know why. Amber Rose is with us, right? This season on Baddies Africa. I don't know why anybody is employing her. I don't like Amber Rose, and I'm kind of like disassociating myself from her. I don't really care what she say. I don't care what the little girl say. And the fact that the little girl came in with her, you done messed up. Anyway, Amber Rose was on the red carpet. She was asked whether or not who she thinks is going to be the fan favorite for the season. She got online and had the audacity to say that her niece, cousin, whatever the girl is. First of all, from the little clip that they got circulating around on the internet right now, nobody likes that girl. And I'm absolutely sure by the end of the season, nobody's going to like her again. But she had this to say. So I'm going to just play the video and I'm going to let y'all hear it. And then we're going to come back and discuss, child. Yes. I'll see you on the other side.
I did, and I was on there with any bitch. But I just want a diamond spot. It's a cut. That's why I bled. It's a cut. That's what happens when, win, lose, draw, gotta catch them all. I don't give a fuck. That's the thing, like, I'm not scared to lose no fight. That's where everybody got fucked up. I don't give a fuck to get no bloody face. I don't give a fuck to get no black eye. I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. It is what it is.
So now that y'all see what she said and how she was sharing with us, let's discuss. So clearly this girl thinks she is a sugar honey ice without the tea. I don't understand why, because Amber Rose lost her credibility in our community, child. Nobody likes her. And just your association or affiliation with her, that makes you unlikable, which I absolutely don't like you. So I don't really care what she has to say. I don't really care how she feel. I don't care what she said. And secondly, she came for Diamond, and Diamond is the fan favorite. So everybody gonna diss her now. Everybody gonna drag her now. People don't be liking when they come for Diamond, because a lot of people like Diamond. Diamond, as much as I don't like Diamond, I give it to Diamond. She changed a little bit from Now That's TV over here. Initially, when she was trolling and stuff, she calmed down a little bit. She's grown up a little bit, but so I'm kind of like weighing the waters and seeing how I feel about her. But a lot of people outside of myself really like Diamond. So, but the fact that she came for Diamond talking about, I'm coming to this house to replace you because I'm a replacement and I'm going to take your spot, a lot of people's not going to like her. She left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So, with that being said, y'all already know what it is. It's up and it's stuck and nobody's not going to like her. She's not going to make fan favorite. Secondly, the person who is fan favorite for this season so far, I don't even know. I can't call it. And the reason why I can't call it is because it's so chaotic right now. It's so many fights going on. So far, I got Finna, whatever her name is. I like her because she stood on business and she was whipping butt and asking questions later, child. That's what I like. That's the kind of girl I like, child. I like her. So right now, she's my fan favorite. Okay, but we'll see how the season progresses and we'll go from there. Let's move on, child. Let's move on. Now, I know y'all been waiting for me to get to this segment, right? We're going to talk about Stunna Girl, Anna, and Teseki. Now, y'all already know that Stunna Girl and Anna been back and forth on the internet forever, to the point where it was making me nauseated. Yes, I was nauseated listening to what they say back and forth. Anna was talking about the fact that Stunna Girl had an inappropriate relationship with her brother. Stunna Girl was talking about she's selling her cooch, she was living in her car, she was, she's poor, she this, and that. They was going back and forth. I'm going to show y'all some of the tweets. They're going to be up here. But in the process of all of this stuff going on, Anna said, Teseki had took a shot at Stunna Girl a while ago, right? Anna then in the process of all of that going on, Stunna Girl said, your bodyguard, you must be talking about your bodyguard, the brother situation, the incest situation. You must be talking about your bodyguard because you didn't talking to me, blah, 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 blah. But then she deleted the comment, right? Anna jumps online and says, oh, you better have deleted that comment because if my homegirl Teseki would have seen it, she would have dragged you, da, 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 da. Right? Now, Teseki gets online and makes another comment. She makes a comment. I'm going to put it here. I'll put it there. And she said, that she would have ate somebody up, blah, 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 whatever the comment she said. Y'all see the comment here. Y'all see it. I ain't gonna read it. Y'all see it. That's what she said. Okay, so my whole take on the whole situation is I wish Anna and Stunna Girl put this beef to bed. Hopefully after this fight, they put it to bed because unpopular opinion, I don't think Anna beat Stunna Girl and I don't think Stunna Girl beat Anna. I think it was a tie. Security came in and broke it up too quick. We're going to discuss that on my review of the episode. Y'all better go watch it. I ain't going to say too much. I'm going to leave that here. If you want to see my full breakdown of all of that, you go to the review. I'm going to see y'all over there. Okay? Over there. We're going to talk about it over there. But anyway, I hope that put this situation to bed, which I know it's not because they both shit talkers and they both going to run their mouth. Anyway, with that being said, I am a little bit upset and annoyed with Teseki. The reason why I'm annoyed with Teseki is because Teseki allows Anna and Biggie to pull her into their drama. Initially, when we met Anna, Teseki was supposed to smack her on behalf of Krishan because she was talking crap about her sister. Right? They became friends, whatever the case may be is, and Anna and Biggie, even though we're not talking about Biggie, this is really more so about Anna. Anna and Biggie continues to drag Teseki's into their argument because they know that Teseki, if somebody mention her name, she gonna say something and clap back, and they know she can fight, right? But my whole thing is, Teseki needs to be smarter, and Teseki needs to understand what they're doing. And she needs to stop allowing them to drag her into her fights, because then once she gets involved, it turns into a Teseki and that person as opposed to the original argument, which is Anna and Stunna, or Anna and somebody else. Because if y'all pay attention, this is the third time that she's dragged Teseki in one of her fights. This is the third time she's dragged Teseki into one of her fights. And Teseki needs to be smarter, and she needs to move differently. She needs to actually get both of them away from her because they're dragging her down. They're dragging her down. She needs to hook back up with her sister so she could get more motion. Nobody wants to see, everybody was done with Teseki by the end of the season. And nobody really wants to see her back on baddies. But if she gets with Krishan and they squash their beef and they do what they supposed to do, them two together would have a lot of great motion. But they too stupid to see it. Anyway, I'm not going to drag this out anymore. But one more thing that I did want to touch on before I move on. Initially, House A was popping, House A was not, House B was popping. Everybody liked House B on the season with Anna, Teseki, Rolly, Camilla, even Smiley sometimes, and Sky. Everybody liked House B. Everybody was rooting for House B even at the reunion. Zeus, Lemon Pepper, and Natalie got together and in 2 seasons destroyed their whole image. Nobody likes Biggie, nobody likes Anna, and nobody wants to see Teseki. And everybody's jumping on all 3 of them. Sky never returned, so it's no backlash from Sky. Camilla never returned, ain't too much from her, but every time she get online and say something, people be telling her to shut up too. Who else? Smiley be back and forth online, but we already know take what she say with a grain of salt because she be lying a lot. The whole image, after everybody liked them so much 2 seasons ago, their whole image is ruined. Ruined. 2 seasons. Anyway, with that being said, y'all drop down in the comment show. Let me know if y'all believe what I'm saying about Teseki and Anna and Biggie dynamic. The fact that they always dragging her into something. Drop down in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel, because I know I cannot be the only one out there that thinks this way, that she needs to detach herself from them. I cannot be the only one that feels like that they're dragging her down. Anyway, drop that in the comments. Let me know. We gonna argue about it in the comments, child. We gonna argue about it in the comments. Don't forget to go and watch my review. I'm doing Baddies Africa and Baddies Going Wild Tuesday and Wednesdays, child. Tuesday and Wednesdays, some videos. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or Wednesdays and Thursdays, some videos is gonna drop. Either way it go, y'all gotta ring that bell so y'all can pay attention and y'all can catch them when they drop. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. See y'all.